Alright, today I'll be looking at this common sense media learning lesson about sexting and relationships for grade 8. I picked this one just 'cause in middle school that's when kids start, growing and all that stuff. So it's important to teach them about the risks and potentials of sexting, especially as they go into middle school. So this one was a great one that I found. um, that has all the videos and has videos and worksheets and like on the side here handouts, family tips, activities, resources. So in this one, walks you through it by asking questions and all that stuff. So this is more of a PowerPoint presentation. So how I would teach it would be by obviously using the PowerPoint presentation if it loads. So obviously sexting and relationships. I think most people when they want to start off with a lesson, they'll usually start it off with a question. Here, I mean, the big question is what we're learning is what are the risks and potential consequences of sexting. So throughout this whole presentation, it's a lot of identifying the basics, like identifying terms, what they mean. They got good learning objectives here, since it's a higher level, say like learning, and all good objectives, having students actually like compare, identify, and consider things that could happen to them. Obviously, yeah, basics. Next one would be like the video here they have, where it's a video about other students who identify reasons why people would sext and other risks. And then here we go over like feelings and options, how we would handle certain things. So I would ask students, how would they respond, and then obviously write them down here. And then it and just ended off with like important take home notes as to never pressure someone or feel pressured and share or forward a text that someone has sent to you. And then in this common sense media, they also had a worksheet here. This worksheet goes over just scenarios. Primarily, it'll go over I guess here in this case would be a 16-year-old girl named Elisa. Um, Students will be able to see the messages that were being sent, and then afterwards, students at their tables would be able to, uh, again from the last one, identify, feel, imagine how Elisa would be. And they just write down their personal response and hear some more. And then for part 4, I would actually have them do Tyler's perspective just to see what he said, why it's wrong, and identify how he could have done better. And then I found additional resources that could help me. So I found this video on childnet.com where they have a little series where they actually film people and their consequences they face for sexting back and forth, which is a great video to um because the first one was over teens identifying why people with sex, but in this one it's from people that actually have gone through it and how they can talk to so students would actually see that there are consequences to sexting. And then I found this sexual relationships worksheet by Teachers Pay Teachers, and it was made by Cameron Robinson. And I think it's a great worksheet as it could it'll help students learn how to identify ways that they could possibly be pressured into sexting or any sexual relationships. And so here are the statements, and then they can practice on how would they respond to that. And questions down here as well, just talking about uh, why or how things happen with teenagers. And I think all these relate just to the standards. For students one, empowered learner, I think these worksheets do let students learn at their own way. Um, they can make informed decisions. And then this would also be for ISD standard for educators too, which is leader, um, as they can lead by example to set a safe space.